Induction and engine. 1. A method commonly used to prevent carburetor icing is to preheat the intake air. 2. What is used to drive a supercharger? Gear train from the crankshaft. 3. The application of carburetor heat will have which of the following effects? The mixture will become richer. 4. During full power output of an unsupercharged engine equipped with a float-type carburetor, in which of the following areas will the highest pressure exist? Carburetor air scoop. 5. What directly regulates the speed of a turbocharger? Wastegate. 6. If a fire starts in the induction system during the engine starting procedure, what should the operator do? Continue cranking the engine. 7. What indications may shift when a turbofan engine anti-icing bleed air system is turned on? 1. Tachometer. 2. EGD. 3. EPR. 1, 2, and 3. 8. The Vortex dissipators installed on some turbine-powered aircraft to prevent engine FOD utilize a stream of engine bleed air blown toward the ground ahead of the engine. 9. An increase in manifold pressure when carburetor heat is applied indicates ice was forming in the carburetor. 10. What is the purpose of the rate of change controller in a turbocharger system? Controls the rate at which the turbocharger discharge pressure will increase. 11. If the turbocharger wastegate is completely closed, all the exhaust gases are directed through the turbine. 12. A carburetor air preheater is not generally used on takeoff unless absolutely necessary because of the loss of power and possible detonation. 13. On small aircraft engines, fuel vaporization may be increased by circulating the fuel and air mixture through passages in the oil sump. 14. The purpose of a sonic Venturi on a turbocharged engine is to limit the amount of air that can flow from the turbocharger into the cabin for pressurization. 15. Which of the following would be a factor in the failure of an engine to develop full power at takeoff? Improper adjustment of carburetor heat valve control linkage. 16. The application of carburetor heat during engine operation will decrease the weight of the fuel-air charge. 17. What part of an aircraft in flight will begin to accumulate ice before any other? Carburetor. 18. The purpose of an engine inlet anti-ice system is primarily to prevent ice formation in engine and/or inlet areas. 19. Boost manifold pressure is generally considered to be any manifold pressure above 30 inches Hg. 20. Carburetor icing may be eliminated by which of the following methods? Alcohol spray in heated induction air. 21. Where would a carburetor air heater be located in a fuel injection system? None is required. 22. Bootstrapping of a turbocharged engine is indicated by a transient increase in engine power. 23. What is the purpose of a turbocharger system for a small reciprocating aircraft engine? Compresses air to maintain manifold pressure constant from sea level to the critical altitude of the engine. 24. When operating an engine, the application of carburetor heat will have what effect on the fuel-air mixture? Enriching the mixture until the AMC can make a compensation. 25. Vortex dissipator systems are generally activated by a landing gear switch. 26. The purpose of a bell mouth compressor inlet is to maximize the aerodynamic efficiency of the inlet. 27. The differential pressure controller in a turbocharger system reduces bootstrapping during part throttle operation. 28. The action of a carburetor air scoop is to supply air to the carburetor, but it may also increase the pressure of the incoming air by ram effect. 29. When starting an engine equipped with a carburetor air heater, in what position should the heater be placed? Cold. 30. What methods are used to provide clean air to the engines of helicopters and turboprop airplanes that have particle, sand and ice separators installed? Sharp airflow directional change to take advantage of inertia and/or centrifugal force, and filters or engine inlet screens. 31. What is the purpose of the density controller in a turbocharger system? Limits the maximum manifold pressure that can be produced by the turbocharger at full throttle. 32. When an engine with a subsonic divergent type inlet duct is running in place at high speed on the ground, the air pressure within the inlet is positive. 33. Carburetor icing is most severe at air temperatures between 30 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. 34. In addition to causing accelerated wear, dust or sand ingested by a reciprocating engine may also cause silicon fouling of spark plugs. 35. Which of the following statements regarding volumetric efficiency of an engine is true? It is possible to exceed 100% volumetric efficiency of some engines by the use of superchargers of the proper type. 36. What are the three basic regulating components of a sea-level boosted turbocharger system? 1. Exhaust bypass assembly. 4. Density controller. 5. Differential pressure controller. 1, 4, 5. 37. As manifold pressure increases in a reciprocating engine, the density of air in the cylinder increases. 38. In an airplane equipped with an alternate air system, if the main air duct air filter becomes blocked or clogged, the system will automatically allow warm, unfiltered air to be drawn into the engine. 39. Carburetor icing on an engine equipped with a constant speed propeller can be detected by a decrease in manifold pressure with a constant RPM. 40. The use of the carburetor air heater when it is not needed causes a decrease in power and possibly detonation. 41. Into what part of a reciprocating engine induction system is de-icing alcohol normally injected? The airstream ahead of the carburetor. 42. If carburetor or induction system icing is not present when carburetor heat is applied with no change in the throttle setting, the mixture will become richer